Hello, Juvenile here, and today I will be showing how I did my all black everything look that I posted on my Instagram about a week ago. And yeah, let's get started. I start off with my MAC paint pot in Groundwork all over my eyelids. Now I'm applying Cocoa Bear by Makeup Geek as a transition shade on my crease using my Sigma Blending E25 brush. Next, to further blend out the crease, I'm taking my MAC 224 brush. To define the crease just a little bit more, I'm taking the contour shade in Carob by Anastasia Beverly Hills. For the lid color, I'm using Makeup Geek's Corrupt eyeshadow and my Sigma Eye Shading E55 brush. Taking the Sigma E25 brush once more, I am blending the lid color with the crease color so that there are no harsh lines. For eyeliner, I'm using my Inglot gel liner in 77 and my MAC 208 angled brush. Even though there's already so much black in the eye, I really liked how the eyeliner looked because it's even blacker than the shadow. So it kind of adds a little something extra to the eye look. For eyelashes, I'm using Amber by Flutter Lashes and the Duo Glue. Always make sure to let the glue dry, and I'm saying this once again because I had a lot of issues this time around applying my eyelashes because I didn't let it dry long enough. So definitely go, take a walk or something before applying your lashes. To prime my face, I am taking Rimmel Stay Matte Primer, and after that I'm going to do a little bit of color correction with the orange shade from MAC's Pro Conceal and Correct palette in dark. For foundation, I'm using Giorgio Armani's Luminous Silk Foundation in the shade 14, but I'm only applying this kind of on the outside of my face and on areas where I would contour. And then I'm applying NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Amande to the center of my face, just to kind of brighten right at the beginning stage. I don't know if that makes sense, but I sometimes use a lighter foundation in the middle and then a darker foundation on the outside, but I figured, why use a foundation when I'm going to go in with concealer? Why not just use concealer to begin with? So that's what I did, and then I'm taking my F80 Kabuki brush by Sigma to buff all of that out. Now I'm taking that same Radiant Creamy Concealer and applying it onto my forehead, the bridge of my nose, and my Cupid's bow, and then taking a beauty blender that I sprayed with some Fix Plus to blend all of that out. Naturally, I felt like my cheekbones were not lifted and bright enough, so I decided to add MAC's Pro-Longwear Concealer in NC45, but more so focusing on the highest points of my cheeks. Here I'm taking my F80 Kabuki brush again to help blend in that concealer because it does have some leftover foundation, so it helps to buff everything out. So now I'm going to set my concealer with this black Opal Invisible Oil Blocking Powder. I've really been liking this powder, but I haven't taken a picture with flash after having used it. So I'm not 100% sure it's a keeper, but I think that would be like the final test, you know, because I want to make sure that if I take a picture when I'm out or something and a picture with flash, that I don't get that, you know, that flashback that we all experience at some point in our lives but don't enjoy at all. So yeah, but other than that, I do really like it. I do think it brightens just a little bit more and that it keeps me creaseless for a good amount of time. To contour my cheekbones, my temples, my forehead, and my chin, I'll be using MAC's 168 brush with Carob, the contour shade by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I also took what was left over on the brush to define my nose a little bit. I recently ordered some Morphe brushes and I'm really excited. This is the first one that I'm using and it's the G7 brush and I'm just using it to buff away the excess setting powder. I'm also going to use it to apply L'Oreal's True Match powder in Cool, and this is kind of to set whatever hasn't been set and to help blend out the contour shade and the highlight shades together. But no one does it better than my MAC 187 brush, so I had to go back in with that to once again make sure that everything is blended in nicely. Here I'm going back in with Makeup Geek's Corrupt Eyeshadow and my 219 MAC pencil brush and applying this to the bottom lash line, then taking my E25 again to help blend that out. For lashes, I'm using the MAC Studio Fix Lash and applying that to my bottom lashes. And for my blush, I'm using Fever by MAC and an Equal Tools blush brush. I know that I use a lot of MAC, but that's because it doesn't matter where you go, what country you're in, you're always going to find a MAC store. For my transition highlight, I'm using Worldly Wealth by MAC, of course. And one of my new brushes by Morphe, this is the M438. For my more intense highlight, I'm taking the Betty Luminizer by the Balm. And I raved about this on my last video, but it's the absolute best highlighter that I own. I definitely recommend it. Finally, it's time for lips, and I'm starting off by lining my lips with Smolder by MAC. I'm lining my lips first just to kind of help with the application of the liquid lipstick. It will help to make everything look as neat as possible. And I also think lining your lips is kind of like a backup lipstick, so it helps your look to last longer as well. And finally, this is the start of the show. I'm applying the Velour liquid lipstick in Weirdo by Jeffree Star. So that's pretty much it for this look. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoy this all black everything look, and be sure to tune in next time. Thank you so much. Bye bye.